There's this thing for me that I get a thrill, like I did tonight. I'm playing here, and every time I play here, it's fabulous because people come for the music. The music is the key, and if they like what you do, they get carried away. They get taken somewhere because they like the way that you do go about your business.
Someone leaves this poor boy before he turns to stone. Love has been the hardest part. Can't take it on your own. I have never truly was a plane. I have heard of those issues about my soul.
I treat the shows like pretty, in sort of an avant-garde kind of way. There's no song lists, there's no, I mean there's a bunch of songs. Some songs take on a different journey. There are songs where you can solo. There's no limitations on certain things. There's a certain time to put your foot on the gas and certain times to take your foot off. I love all those things. I love what jazz music is. We've got this brand new album called Crooked Little Thoughts. It's an interesting adventure because the only two things that run together for my money in the art world is paintings, music. With paintings, it's the same. One man's meat's another man's gravy. One person can like it, one person can hate it. With music, it's the same, or you can be non-committal. You're forever trying to find something in that song or in that piece of, or in that painting. You're forever trying to change it to make it something. It's elastic, you know. And so I thought I would marry these two things. I had to find someone who had the same sensibility as me, and who also a bit of an outsider. I feel I'm a bit of an outsider. You know, I've had a lot of hits, but I'm not the classic rock dog, or that's never interested me. You know, the celebrity concept of rock and roll has never been part of my equation. And I found Victor and Victor Rubin, who's given me 24 paintings that relate to these songs in some way. And so it's become this wonderful project. It's not just a record, it's not a series of paintings, it's this collaboration between a band and an artist. When I was in this band called the King Bees, What was really interesting about the King Bees was the actual musicians themselves. They were young kids. They were still in high school, just before uni. You know, they're sort of getting into that year 10, 11, 12, and then some went to uni. But they knew all these different things. For some unknown reason, Dave Flett was playing bass, but he had an insight on the blues. So he introduced me to Josh White. He introduced me to Brownie McGee. A lot of people, you know, they sound very common now, but in 1964, really wasn't that common. Snooks Eagle, and unusual guys. They weren't. It wasn't Muddy Waters. It was the folk end of that thing. So it wasn't a Chicago thing. It was all these folk artists, and from that we kind of were playing Rolling Stone songs and Four Top song. But out of that, we sort of grew into this. We started experimenting, and there was all this experimental music going on. So there was Miles Davis was doing, you know, incredible things, but before Bitches Brew and songs like that, but albums like that. But there was all this music, and we all, anyone that was interested in it was lapping it up. And I liked the sound of the saxophone. I heard Eric Dolphy, and I thought it was the most amazing thing. It was incredible, and put that on today, and it's still just as amazing. He was incredible, and I can see why John Coltrane loved Eric Dolphy. And I just kept going back. I started with Eric Dolphy, and then went back to, and I couldn't play like these guys. I didn't know how to play like that. I thought it was just a lot of noise, and so I would do that, and I joined a band called the Sharks, but I could understand the energy, but I didn't understand the dedication to that sound. John Coltrane and Pharoah Sanders, the dedication. So I, in a weird way, brought that into the Falcons. Every band I ever had, it's always about the music. It's not about anything else. So we all came from different walks of life, putting this music together, which was the Falcons, which was R&B band that had reggae hits, but it had this other soulfulness that people loved. You know, there was some, I reckon people loved the band more than they loved the music. It's the only thing that I feel like I always have to do. I'm crap at everything else. But there's something in the music that makes me want to either persevere with whatever it is that's going down. So the journey always continues for me, and I'm always looking for a better opportunity to make it better.